Hawaii Betsuin BWA, and we will be co-MCs during tonight's beautiful fashion show. We'd like to thank all of our Uniteds, Hawaii, Maui, Oahu, and Honolulu, for your terrific response to our requests for models and fashions. Tonight we have 32 lovely ladies and 4 handsome gentlemen who will be taking their turn down the runway this evening. It's due to your full participation that we are able to present a fashion show that will dazzle and inspire you.
Many thanks to designer consultant Mrs. Jan Fujimura, whose name you will be hearing often tonight. Yes, Jan will demonstrate through her wonderful contemporary items of apparel how we can pass on the legacy of the kimono. We are also most grateful for the invaluable expertise of Mrs. Jean Sakihara, our kimono consultant, who met at length with each of our kimono models prior to the fashion show, and who, this evening with her assistants, worked her magic so that each kimono model is a vision to behold. We are sure that oohs and ahs will greet each model. They're truly inspiring.
Can we practice a little bit our oohs and ahs? May I hear an ooh from everybody? May I hear an ah from everybody? Looks like we're ready to get started. But first, I'd like to thank Mrs. Irene Nakamoto for these beautiful floral arrangements. Agapanthus, Chico, and other ferns. As you well know, the theme of our fashion show is passing on the legacy of the kimono. The kimono is artistically and technically one of the most exquisite national costumes in the world. It has been said that a physical and spiritual transformation occurs in the wearing of kimono. Those who would make the beauty of the kimono their own must first make their own spirit and character a thing of beauty.
In the attention to detail in dressing properly in kimono, practical lessons about manners and behavior are imparted. Because utmost care is taken in the handling and wearing of kimono, ladies have naturally wished to hand them down to their children and grandchildren. In wearing such a kimono, handed down with love and care, one becomes aware of and grateful for all things that make life possible.
And now we have 4 ladies, all ministers' wives, who will be modeling kimono and obi. These ladies have gone through a detailed and lengthy kimono dressing and obi tying procedure with Mrs. Sakihara, our kimono consultant, so that we can appreciate the beautiful tradition of wearing kimono. Remember, ooh and ah.
Our first model is Mrs. Michiko Okano from Hawaii Betsuin. She is wearing a light blue summer kimono with purple flowers and leaves running down the length of the kimono and the sleeves. Complementing her kimono is a wine-colored Nagoya obi with a lotus design in cream and deep rose. This is so impressive. It really is impressive. The obi has been described as an expression of beauty fastened to a woman's back. The Nagoya obi is simpler and lighter than the fukuro or double fold obi, which we will see later. Mrs. Okano is wearing her obi in the taiko style. This popular style takes its name from an arched, drum-shaped bridge, taikobashi, in Tokyo. Mrs. Okano says that she has never worn this kimono in Hawaii before, so we are so fortunate to be able to see and admire the classic look of her kimono and obi this evening. Truly gorgeous.
Thank you, Mrs. Okano. kimono that reflects the colors and moods of the season shows one's deep sensitivity to and appreciation for the beauty of things in nature. Mrs. Toshima is wearing a fukuro obi, which is appropriate for semi-formal and formal occasions. It is Nishijin ori brocade, woven in Kyoto, which is famous for its textile tradition. Mrs. Sakihara has tied the obi in bunko, or samurai family style. The black background of Mrs. Toshima's obi really sets off the gold medallion design. Mrs. Toshima wore this kimono on the occasion of her engagement to Reverend Toshima.
Can you just picture Reverend and Mrs. Toshima as a newly engaged young couple?
How romantic.
And now we have Mrs. Mitsuyo Saito from Hawaii Betsuin. She's modeling a kimono that she treasures. If you look closely, you can see the unfolded fan pattern Suehiro, which symbolizes growing happiness. The fan design, which flows upward from the hemline of her kimono and upward from the bottom of her sleeves, ends at her shoulder. This kimono, in rich shades of gold, caramel, and brown, carries memories of Mrs. Saito's mother within its folds. The material was purchased by Mrs. Saito's mother, who has since passed on, and it was sewn by Mrs. Saito's good friend, who used to be a kimono designer. Mrs. Saito is wearing a bright gold Nishijin Orimaru Obi from Kyoto, and it is woven with a brilliant peony design. The fully patterned and double-width Maru Obi is the most elegant and most formal of obi. Mrs. Sakihara has tied the obi in kasane ogi, or double fan style, to echo the fan pattern of Mrs. Saito's kimono. Since the growing happiness fan design is to be worn on joyous occasions, Mrs. Saito dressed in this kimono to attend the wedding of one of her friends, who is also a Hongwanji mission school teacher. Terrific.
Thank you, Mrs. Saito.
What a great model.
We have Mrs. Edna Muneto from Hawaii Betsuin. She is attired in a pale green kimono that she says is a precious gift from her mother-in-law. Mrs. Muneto's mother-in-law chose the design of the material, and this kimono was sewn by Mrs. Muneto's mother. The circular pattern on the kimono features seasonal flowers, plum blossoms in early spring, iris in late spring, chrysanthemum in autumn, and the hardy bamboo, which is year-round. The fukuro obi that Mrs. Muneto is wearing is Kyoto's Nishijin ori brocade, and it is double woven with real gold threads. It was a gift from Reverend Muneto 2 years ago. A circular pattern of flowers and birds is woven into this obi, and Mrs. Sakihara has tied it in Otaiko no Zogi Ogi style, which is called peeking fan. You see the peeking fan in the back? Mrs. Muneto says that she has worn this kimono to both her daughter's Natori exams and ceremonies in Tokyo. She has also worn it to receptions for dance artists from Japan and for dance performances.
Edna, we love to continue to see some of your dance steps.
So,
escorting his wife, Mrs. Irene Nakamoto, as well as Mrs. Mary Fujitani from Hawaii Betsuin. Both ladies are wearing a practical alternative to traditional kimono. Since dressing in kimono and obi can take quite a bit of time, it's no wonder that designers in Japan have come up with a two-piece kimono that eliminates tying the obi. Irene is modeling a two-piece light blue kimono with a design of plum blossoms and wisteria against a darker blue meandering river background. Mary, wearing a two-piece polyester kimono printed with small flowers, also on a dark blue swirling river background. Dressing in this two-piece kimono is very easy. Reverend David seems happy to be escorting these lovely ladies.
Is that why he's smiling? Or maybe it's because he likes the special aloha shirt he's wearing, which was created by Dan Sujimura from gray and white yukata material.
Well, I'm sure it's both. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Looking very fresh and festive, we have Amy Hirohata Goto from Hawaii Betsuin. She is wearing a two-piece kimono featuring a colorful scattering of bamboo and maple leaves, as well as a bright splash of plum blossoms and chrysanthemums on a creamy white background.
Amy, thank you for showing us your two-piece kimono with your graceful dance movement.
Very nice indeed.
And now we have two ladies from Kauai who will be modeling yukata, a casual summer kimono. Unlike formal kimono, which are made of silk, yukata are typically made of cotton and are unlined.
Our first model is Mrs. Kyoko Nozaki from Nihoe, Hongwanji, who is wearing a light indigo yukata with an overall pattern of large peonies and leaves. Mrs. Nozaki says that she has kimonos and yukatas which have been handed down to her from her grandmother, mother, and sister, but the one she's wearing tonight has never been worn before. 12 years ago, Mrs. Nozaki took a class in kimono dressing, and upon receiving her certificate, she went out and bought 2 yukatas and a kimono. This is one of the yukatas. It reminds Mrs. Nozaki of the kimono dressing class and how much she enjoyed it.
Wonderful job. From West Kauai, Hongwanji, we have Mrs. Takako Hashimoto, who is wearing a yukata in warm green color accented with bright red petaled flowers. Traditionally, most yukata were made of indigo-dyed cotton, but today a wide variety of colors and designs are available. Ladies often wear yukata when they participate in bon dance during the summer months.
This yukata has special meaning for Mrs. Hashimoto because her mother gave it to her to wear at the very first bon dance that Mrs. Hashimoto participated in as a temple kindergarten teacher. Thank you, Mrs. Hashimoto. Barbara, does this make you want to dress in yukata for bon dance?
Oh, it sure does, which I haven't done for like 30 years.
Maybe you can start this year then.
Maybe.
This concludes our kimono and yukata presentation. May we show our appreciation for our lovely kimono and yukata models and Mrs. Sakihara, our kimono consultant, and her assistants, Yoko Nakayama and Kimiko Watanabe.
Our next category is Japanese-styled outerwear consisting of coats and haori. A haori is a lightweight coat or jacket. We'd like to show that these traditional outer garments can be paired beautifully with Western contemporary wear, such as long skirts and pants.
First, we have Haruo Furomoto from Hongwanji. She is wearing a brown Azuma coat, which, believe it or not, is probably over 100 years old. The coat is lined in wool and has kimono sleeves.
Wouldn't you like to know more about the coat and the ladies who made it and wore this coat?
What a history lesson that would be. Thank you, Haruo.
Modeling a wine-colored silk Michiyuki or traveling coat is Judy Muramoto from Jikoen. This Michiyuki, which literally means while on the road, is a 3/4 length coat with the typical Michiyuki square neckline. Traditionally, this type of coat was worn over a kimono, but Judy is demonstrating that when worn with pants or a long skirt, it can look quite stylish and elegant.
Beautifully accessorized, too. Thank you, Judy. Doris Oshiro, who is Judy's sister, is also from Jikoen. She is ready for a formal event in her sheer black silk haori with a bamboo leaf design woven into the silk and bamboo stalks outlined in silver thread. This haori is shown off to great effect over Doris's white outfit. Thank you, Doris.
Here is another haori perfect for evening wear, modeled by Janet Yoshida of Oahu, Hongwanji. This brocade haori features a spider chrysanthemum design outlined in silver and copper-colored thread.
Doesn't this design remind you of a spectacular fireworks display?
Oh, I should say so.
Wow. Thank you, Janet. Coming in hand and looking so darn cute are Dennis and Sharon Tsukine from Hawaii Betsuin. Sharon is modeling a navy blue haori accented with red and yellow flowers. So nice when there's a bit of a chill in the air. Very nice, Sharon. The vest that Dennis is wearing features a patchwork of kasuri fabric pieces from Okinawan City. It was made by Spent Threads Designs by Linda Yara. Kasuri fabric is woven using pre-dyed threads bundled together, and when they are loomed, a pattern emerges in the fabric. The 3 knotted strands at the back neckline of the vest have their origins in Okinawan tradition. Grandmothers who resized old kimonos to fit their grandchildren would place knots from leftover threads at the nape of the garment as a kind of protection, just like an amulet. Linda Yara embellished this vest with knots at the nape, similarly using up spent threads to tie in good wishes for the wearer.
Dennis and Sharon look perfectly coordinated in their outfits.
How often does that happen with your husband, Barbara?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's why he's not here tonight. Now, where could Dennis and Sharon be going? You're coming back, aren't you?
Maybe we can join them later at Starbucks.
Or Sheraton's Rumfire.
I like the way you think, Barbara.
In this next category, we will see apparel made from Furoshiki, kimono, and obi materials as well. Clothing items featuring Japanese design elements.
We have 2 ladies from Maui United wearing colorful tops made from Furoshiki, the original Japanese eco bag. Erlyn Ginoza from Kahului, Hongwanji, is modeling a red and black Furoshiki top with butterflies flitting about on the red part and maple leaves drifting down the black. How delightful to combine images of spring and fall so cleverly. We also have Margaret Honda from Wailuku, Hongwanji, wearing a purple and white Furoshiki top. Margaret's top features stylized flowers. At the center of each white blossom is a tiny yellow plumeria with purple lines radiating out from it to the edges of the blossom. Wonderful job, ladies. Thank you.
Next, we have two ladies who are modeling a vest and jacket made from gorgeous obi material. Janet Murakami from Honoka, Hongwanji is ready for a dressy occasion in her golden vest made from a formal obi. And so is Jean Shimura from Wakiwa, Hongwanji, who chose to wear her jacket made from a silk obi and pale shade of olive. The jacket features an intricate pattern of bamboo stalks and leaves, accented in gold and brown.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jean and Janet. Beautiful.
Hailing from Maui, the Big Island, and Oahu, are three ladies modeling jackets reflecting Japanese design elements. From Makawao, Hongwanji, we have Diane Kosaka, who has chosen a jacket in a Japanese floral print in shades of coral, sage, cream, and pink. The front inserts and sleeves are black, and the red trim down the front and on the sleeves provides a nice contrast. Sachiko Imaizumi from Betsuin is modeling a Haori-style jacket with a delicate kimono pattern in peach, cream, and light aqua on one side of the jacket. Take a closer look, and you can see butterflies in white and blue as well. And from Kailua, Hongwanji, Shirley Yanagisawa is attired in a jacket made from lovely kimono material. The shibori design in red and black frames the peonies, plum blossoms, and wisteria so effectively. Just gorgeous.
Very nice. Thank you, ladies. Wonderful examples. And next we have Florence Yoshizu from Makawa, Hongwanji, who is modeling a black long dress with kimono floral print inserts. Her dress is topped by a black jacket with stunning curved panels in aqua on the jacket front. On one panel is a misty lavender wave pattern with an orchid blossom floating above it. Thank you very much, Florence.
From Betsuin, here is Itsuko Murakami. She is wearing a black pants and top combination. The top has a yoke insert of Japanese design fabric, and this print is echoed boldly along the sides of her pants. This outfit would seem to be very versatile, going anywhere from a family outing to a play or a concert. Thank you, Itsuko. Barbara, wasn't that inspiring?
That's just amazing what things can be done with kimono material and yukata material.
And who would have thought to make tops out of furoshiki?
That's right. I know everybody's enjoying it as the models walk down. I'm so glad you're able to see it a little closer when you're way back there. So, our next category features items of apparel made from yukata material. Lightweight yukata material is very practical for Japan's summer months, and it is also ideal year-round for Hawaii's climate. Tops, dresses, shorts, and pants made from yukata fabric are cool and comfortable. Most of the items have been made by Jan Tsujimura, who graciously lent them to our models to wear this evening.
Here we have a trio of ladies, all modeling tops made by Jan. Doris Matsuoka of Wahiwa Hongwanji chose a top made from a cotton shibori yukata with a flower and tendril design. Jan added red border accents on the sleeves and around the neckline for interest. Faye Takaishi from West Kauai, Hongwanji, and Marion Ogata from Niue, Hongwanji, are also wearing yukata tops, each of which is pieced together from 3 different yukata materials. On Faye's top, the front and back panels feature colorful flowers, leaves, and umbrellas on a solid navy background. On Marion's top, we see a vertical pattern of white and navy squares interspersed with stripes. Both tops have a cowl neck collar and pocket accents. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Oh goodness, whom do we have strolling in together but Norman and Amy Hirohata Goto from Hawaii Betsuin? Doesn't Amy look charming wearing one of Jan Tsujimura's pants outfits made from yukata materials in navy and sky blue? As you can see, the navy panel inserts of her top, which feature a chrysanthemum print, match her pants. There is a clever pocket accent, a tiny flower, which adds the finishing touch to this outfit.
Norman also looks quite the charmer in his aloha shirt made by Jan from yukata material in an indigo cross-hatched pattern.
How nice to have them stroll down the aisle together.
Barbara, I heard that it's Amy's birthday today.
Yes, happy birthday, Amy.
I hope Norman's taking her out for a date. Here we have a light and cool 3-piece shorts outfit made from yukata materials and modeled by Dale Shimura from Wahiwa Hongwanji. Underneath the lightweight jacket is a red sleeveless knit tank trimmed in the same material as the jacket. Jan, who made this outfit, said that she could actually make this a 4-piece outfit by adding shorts that match the border trim of the jacket.
What a great outfit to pack for your vacation.
Like to Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. The long dress that Charlotte Wilkinson from Kapalui, Hongwanji is wearing is fashioned from dark blue yukata fabric with design patterns outlined in white. The dress has a square neckline in front and a slightly raised waistline with an attached fabric belt. The sleeves are loose and comfortable. This dress is perfect for casual island evenings out. Very nice, Charlotte.
I love these outfits made out of yukata material. They're so cute and comfortable. Just as yukata materials can be refashioned into delightful contemporary clothing items, the kimonos handed down to us or purchased long ago can be refashioned into exquisite items of apparel. Jan Tsujimura has been making outfits reclined vintage kimonos for years. These refashioned pieces, when worn, can remind us of the timeless values of beauty, harmony, and courtesy inherent in the wearing of kimono.
Mary Fujitani from Hawaii Betsuin looks especially beautiful. She's wearing a 3-piece outfit recently made by Jan from a tanumono, or roll of kimono fabric that both Mary and Lois Yasui had been bidding on. That was at Betsuin's annual New Year party. And of course, Lois won. But Lois as many of you know, she was our Betsuin's BWA president who sadly passed away recently. Lois took Mary to meet Jan, and at that time, Lois gifted the roll of kimono fabric to Mary so that Jan could make this outfit for her. The jacket and shell of Mary's outfit feature a design of pine, plum blossoms, and bamboo, three traditional Japanese design elements characterizing strength, perseverance, and courage, much that Lois Yasui exemplified. As you can see, Lois's gift to Mary is just one example of the tremendous legacy that Lois Yasui leaves to so many of us. We are so deeply grateful to have shared in her friendship. Thank you so much, Mary.
From Kailua Hongwanji says that this two-piece dress with tank top was made from a silk kimono in royal blue that Jerry's mother, Sadako Okata, wore to her wedding reception on September 23, 1940. The scene on the front of the jacket depicts a ship on the ocean and pine trees, and there are also cranes signifying long life. Jerry wore this outfit, which was designed and sewn by Jan, at Jerry's daughter's wedding on September 22nd, 2007, 67 years after Jerry's mother's wedding reception.
Talk about chicken skin and passing on the legacy. It's just beautiful, Jerry.
What a great story.
Thank you so much. Here we have Alton and Lynette Miyamoto, all the way from West Kauai, Hongwanji. Lynette is wearing a two-piece outfit made by Jan from a vintage silk kimono with a peony and chrysanthemum design in pale shades of peach, sage, and silver gray. Here and there are accents of gold shishu embroidery. The top was made from the sleeves of the kimono, and the front center seam of the skirt is carefully matched and sewn so that the whole front design of the kimono is seen in full. Alton is wearing an aloha shirt made by Jan that is truly a work of art. It was made from a man's haori and shows a snow-capped Mount Fuji and golden mist, and a samurai warrior sword drawn, leaping into a boat on waves. Do you suppose he has a sword for his kyodan meetings?
This is such a striking image, literally.
You are a handsome couple.
I think Alton has a career in samurai movies. We are coming to the close of our fashion show, and we have an amazing mother and daughter duo, Rose and Gwen Nakamura from Waileili, Hongwanji. They are both wearing Jan's refashioning a formal black tomisode kimono. Tomisode kimono are the most formal, five-crested kimono worn by married women. Rose's jacket top shows the moon from the original kimono, and on her long skirt, we see overlapping fan designs. One fan contains a gorgeous golden crane bordered in gold shishu embroidery. The other fans display designs of plum, pine, bamboo, and chrysanthemum. Rose's daughter Gwen, who is assistant band director at the University of Hawaii, is wearing a jacket which features conductor's tails, of course. When she is conducting, Gwen's back is to the audience, and that is why her long skirt displays a magnificent golden peacock in back.
What a feast for the eyes!
Thank you, Rose and Gwen, for modeling these incredible restylings of formal black kimono.
And Gwen, I hope you can see you direct the band in your conductor's tails. It's just gorgeous. As they say, all good things must come to an end, and so must our fashion show. Don't you agree that the ladies and gentlemen did a fantastic job modeling fashions, reflecting our theme, passing on the legacy of the kimono? From traditional kimono, yukata, and outerwear, and from obi and furoshiki, we've seen how these garments and pieces can be reimagined, refashioned into contemporary wardrobe pieces that have meaning for us and that we love. We've also seen that traditional Japanese design elements, as in the styling of a jacket or a floral print reminiscent of kimono, appeal to us because they represent a tradition we wish to perpetuate. From the many beautiful examples we've seen tonight, we realize that not only are there many ways to pass on the legacy of the kimono, but there is so much value to be gained in doing so.
For the finale of our fashion show, we'd like to ask all of our models to come back to the stage area so that we can see once more all the wonderful fashions that were presented this evening. Carol Yamamoto is our BWA fashion show coordinator, and she's going to say a few words, but before she does, I'd like to say a few about Carol. We would not have had this absolutely stunning fashion show if it were not for Carol Yamamoto's tireless efforts. After Lois Yasui passed away, Carol firmly grasped the reins of this project in her hands, asked me to hop on, and we've been galloping toward the finish line ever since. I've learned so much from Carol about patience and perseverance, being positive and being flexible. So from my heart, I'd like to say thank you, Carol.
Now, I don't have to say anything. Actually, this fashion show was envisioned by Lois Yasui. She made the initial contacts with Jan Tsujimura. Jan, where are you? Where's Jan? And Mrs. Jean Sakihara. At the end of February, we suddenly found ourselves with the responsibility of making this vision come true. And as Reverend Fujitani said at lunch today, what has to be done has to be done. And so if I tried to step into one shoe, Wendy stepped into the other, and we have come together hand in hand since March. As we lined up the models, she put together the beautiful script you heard tonight. Along the way, so many other people helped us. And of course, to all the models and from all the Uniteds. This was our goal, to have every United represented. And did you notice? We had the young, the younger, the youngest, and they were all such good sports. But do you know how many times did I hear, we really don't want to do this, you know, but we tried to be good sports. And then after everything's said, they go, what did I get myself into? But they all did a good job. And we have to thank all of these dutiful husbands who do what their wives tell them to do. Even our Kyodan president, who was a longtime friend of Lois Yasui. So, Lois, if you are watching, I hope you're happy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, models, and what a wonderful way to end just a very wonderful day for all of us here at the conference. We have